Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Sure. In this tutorial, we'll cover how to implement authentication in a Java Spring Boot application using Spring Security. We'll create a simple RESTful API that allows users to register, log in, and access secured endpoints. ### prerequisites. Java JDK 11 or higher. Maven. Basic knowledge of Spring Boot. ### Step 1, create a new Spring Boot project. You can create a new Spring Boot application using Spring Initializr. Go to Spring Initializr, https://start.spring.io, and select the following dependencies: Spring Web, Spring Security, Spring Data JPA, H2 Database, for in-memory database, Spring Boot DevTools, optional, for development convenience. ### Step 2, project structure. The project structure will look something like this. ### Step 3, define the user model. Create a user entity class in model/user.java. ### Step 4, create the user repository. Create a repository interface in repository/userrepository.java. ### Step 5, create the user service. Create a service class in service/userservice.java. ### Step 6, configure Spring Security. Create a configuration class in security/web-security-config.java. ### Step 7, create the authentication controller. Create a REST controller in controller/authcontroller.java. ### Step 8, configure application properties. Add the following properties in src/main/resources/application.properties. ### Step 9, run the application. You can run the application by executing the main method in authentication application.java. ### Step 10, test the application. 1. Register a new user. Send a post request to http://localhost 8080/auth/register with a JSON body like. 2. Access a secured endpoint. Send a GET request to http://localhost 8080/auth/me with basic authentication using the credentials you registered. ### Conclusion. You've now set up a basic authentication system using Spring Boot and Spring Security. You can enhance this application by adding JWT for token-based authentication, handling user sessions, and implementing role-based access control as needed. This should give you a good starting point for building secure applications with Spring Boot. Happy coding!